Hello. I have the beginning of a video. It's some things I picked up at a yard sale, and it's not enough for a whole video, but I'm going to start it now. So here's the thing. I was thinking that today was the start of yard sale season. Our weather has gotten nice, and I saw two, I think, or three community yard sales advertised. So I'm like, yay, yard sales. I mean, we will have them, sporadically throughout the year, but it's really when the weather starts turning really nice in the spring and fall, not too hot, not too cold, that the community yard sales pop up. And typically the participation in a community yard sale is not great, but even if it's, a small percentage of the houses, if you've got a handful of yard sales all, close together, it's very efficient to go through them all. So anyway, I'm trying not to think that how it worked out today is an omen to how yard sale season is going to be, because the first one I went to had 0 yard sales. They had the signs, no yard sales. Now, I did get there kind of early. It said it started at 7. I was there by about 7:30 because I know that even if the community says it's at 7, a lot of people don't get themselves out. But what happened was the weather turned cold this week. So even though it was sunny today, it was chilly and it was very windy. Not prohibitively so. Like, you could still have it without everything flying away, but it caused it to be even colder. So who knows? Maybe some people were like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing that this weekend. I don't know. So then I went to another one. There was an animal rescue sale there, which I wanted to go to. But yeah, I get it. It's a rescue, but it's also a yard sale, and the prices were silly. Like, just plain boring, not even the better shoes or, new shoes. They were $10. Anything they considered better, which weren't, they were $20. I think that's a little steep for a yard sale. Whatever it being a benefit or not, the people that are there, or at least a lot of the people that are there because it's a yard sale, not because they specifically want to support those people. So I didn't buy anything there either. Then I went around the corner and there was another house that had a sale, and I picked up some very basic things there because I guess at that point I was just like, I just need to pick something up to sell. I do need some inventory right now. It's not so much that I'm running very low as I've taken pictures of everything. So I feel like I'm running low, but I don't know how many drafts I have. Anyway, need to go to the bin soon. Side note. So anyway, they had shoes for $1. And even though I'm trying not to pick up things that I think I can only list for, say, 20 or 25, I did. So I almost wasn't going to do this video because I was like, I'm not going to bore you with this stuff. But I think, especially if you are not a seasoned seller and you're watching this, I learned so much from other resellers that I feel like I would really like to help some other new resellers. Now that I've been on Poshmark for 4.5 years, I feel like I know something. But as I said, I only know things I learned from other resellers. So thank you if you're one of them. But anyway, I'm trying not to buy those things. But I needed the inventory. It's summer where a lot of the stuff that's seasonal is not necessarily going to get as much. And so anyway, let's just see what I have. And because I'm just going to keep talking and talking, right? So forgive me. This is not a see my bolos video. It's not a, hey, look at this designer brand I got. It's none of that. So if that's what you're here for, I understand if you move on now. And I hope we'll see you at another one. I got this because it's cute. It's Polo Ralph Lauren, right? Now, I've always heard that the bear adds more value to something. I didn't look at the comps. This was the sale where I was picking a few things up because they were cheap and I wanted to pay for my gas, if nothing else. So I did look up, when I got home, I did quickly look up Ralph Lauren t-shirts with a bear, and they're not necessarily selling for a ton, but there were plenty that were sold, and it's adorable. Size extra, extra L, XXL, so that's a good thing. I don't know what it is about the bear, but I've always heard the bear. People like the Ralph Lauren bear. And the other item of clothing is cachet. So possibly vintage, I don't know. Like I said, it just was a day where I wasn't finding stuff and I needed to find some stuff. I thought this dress was kind of cool. It is brown with contrast stitching. It's got a belt. It's sort of a shirt dress. It's size 8, but depending on how old it is, it could run small. I should try this on. I would have nowhere to wear it, but I like it. And the fabric is, it's sleek. Almost like a water repellent or, you know, trench coaty fabric. I don't know. It's got this panel, like the draft panel, and then a zipper. I really just think this is a really cool dress. Did you see that? Wait, let's see if I can show you that. It's got that inverted pleat down the back. I really like this. I don't know if it'll sell for much, but I'm not sorry I got that. I dropped my phone. The angle might be different. This is a pair of Skechers. They're just a slide-on fabric, lightweight, size 10. Whoops. Look how clean they are. Just a couple of tiny stones, but the tread is... It doesn't look like they were worn a lot. Obviously, they got them at a thrift store. The silver Sharpie or whatever is the easiest to take off, if you don't know. There's an eraser you can get. I have it in my shorts. In my shorts. I've got it in my YouTube shorts showing it. It just rubs right off. It's amazing. The other thing that works on the silver Sharpie is original Scrubbing Bubbles foam with a magic eraser also works. The black Sharpie, on the other hand, can be very difficult. All right, the next pair is also a pair of Skechers. I don't know if people are wearing this style. I feel like it's a good summer style with a sundress. I don't know. They are suede. These are a size 9. In good condition. Skechers, I think, has a following and will sell, but it rarely, if ever, sells for a lot. Summer stuff, I'm a little bit more okay in the summer of getting less money just because it's not such substantial items as you'll get in the winter, like winter boots and coats, that sort of thing. These are not suede, but they feel like it. They are Lucky brand, dark blue, supposed to look like wood. Lucky brand is not a Lucky brand for me. And on any other day, I might not have picked up most of this. I would have picked up, I think, the cachet dress and the teddy bear t-shirt and the 2 pair of boots that I'm going to show you. But it's early in the season and I didn't find much and I needed to. And I was on a time limit too because I had to go somewhere. I had family in town. These are a size 10. Then I picked up some boots. These are Ariat Fat Babies, which is not a style I'm a big fan of. I've never sold it before though. And I doubt that they sell for a lot, but they're Ariat, so they will sell. They have that ostrich look. I don't know if this is actual ostrich. Kind of hope not, because I've heard of the process to make this and it's not pleasant. I also don't like the way it looks. I don't like these dots. But it's got a good rubber, like sort of work sole, very clean. It is a women's size 7.5. It's a B. That's how I know there are women's. B is average for women. D is average for men. Normally, if you find boots that's a C, it's probably a men's narrow. Anyway, and then these are also women's. These are an 8.5 B. They are Nakona. This is Snake. The Snake is in pretty decent condition. It's got a little bit of this stuff. If it's not kept conditioned and carefully tended to, it dries up and flakes. I know I had a pair, I think they were Python, and I would condition them and then I would put socks on them on the outside to keep them dust free. Too much work. But otherwise, they're in excellent condition. I mean, even that, it's not in bad condition. There's no noticeable bald spots or anything. I've got to stuff them. So I know I'm going to make some money on those. That's what I have for the first leg of this video. I'm hoping next weekend there will be some more yard sales that I can add to this because I'm only doing yard sale stuff in this video. You know, the yard sale season is not doing what I would hope. I don't even know how many community yard sales I went to today. I'm hot. But one of them had one single sale. It wasn't good. And I don't have much time left because of some work trips and work schedule. I'm concerned that I'm missing out on most of the yard sale season. But next weekend is it's just sticking up. Next weekend, all my hopes are pinned on next weekend. So it's my favorite yard sale. They do it in the spring and they do it in the fall. And it's on Friday and Saturday. And I took Friday off just so I could go yard sailing. That's how dedicated I am. And also because I missed it last fall because I was out of town on a work trip. And I almost was out of town, but I was like, I don't think we should do that one because I want to go yard sailing. So I think that if I'm in town for this yard sale each season, I will make a habit of taking the Friday off. Okay, I did get some stuff, nothing exciting. What are you going to do? So at this yard sale, the clothes were all 50 cents. So the brand on this is Cochise. And it is a nice Western style shirt. Snaps are on the right, so it'd be men's. You know, it's got the yoke in the back, and it's got that other pattern, which makes it nice. Oh, look, it's taking a page from Robert Graham, and it's got, so that's really nice. I didn't look this up. I just liked it. Pickings were slim, and it was 50 cents. What is this? PGA Tour Course Comfort 4-way stretch pants. I bought them because they were new with tag and 50 cents. And they are very, very big. Oh, they're shorts. I don't even think I knew that. It was fine. It's short season. There's the button. It is size 54. Yikes. This is just some leggings for me. I bought this completely based on what it looked like because I thought it was adorable. The brand is Model's Coat. Ever hear of that? I have never heard of it. Let me see where it's made. It has a very retro vibe to it. I don't see another tag. It definitely feels like cotton, but it doesn't say where it was made or anything. It's a little shirt dress, buttons all the way. I would say shift. I'll say shift. Oh, does it button all the way? Oh, it doesn't button, it snaps, even cuter. And it's got those things. What are they? I have no idea. And they're not all the same. I thought maybe it was a pram, but then it appears to have like a spit, like it's a barbecue. And then this one, which is upside down, has some sort of light coming out of it. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Was this a good purchase? There was no way to tell. I obviously didn't do any kind of search while I was there. I'm just looking again really quick to see if there's any tags I missed, but there isn't. And then I bought a pair of boots, which I paid a little too much for, but they're sort of new with tag, but I'm actually not going to call them new with tag. The tag's still on them, and the original price is $299.99. The brand is JB Dillon, which I have sold. And they're in, like, they look new here, but they don't look so new here. But I suppose this could happen just from trying them on in the store. Or maybe, no, I was going to say maybe it's designed that way. And there is like a nick out of it right here. But all in all, like, they look new. They don't have any issues beyond what I just showed you. And they are size, oh no, 10.5 double E. Which is wide for men. Square toe. I may have paid too much for them, but the J.B. Dillon can do okay. They had a nice pair of Masterson, which were a little cheaper than this, but still too much. But the comps, I did quickly look up the comps. And I know I've looked up the comps on Masterson before, so I was pretty sure that they weren't good, and sure enough, they weren't. But I wanted to double check just in case I remembered it wrong. This is Harley Davidson XL. I like the style of it. It's a Western style denim with a snap front, but the snaps have little holes, so they look like buttons, which is unusual. And they're kind of a, whoops, pearl snap button with this bandana-ish type fabric, and on the back as well. It does not look like an extra large to me. It is women's. Where was that little metal thing? This needs to be tacked down, and I am just the person to do it. That'll take 2 seconds. I didn't open this up. They are just t-shirts. I'm guessing they're short sleeve t-shirts. What does it say? 5 large, big. They got it at Nellis Auction. I don't think I've ever bought anything from Nellis Auction. I don't even know how many are in there. But they are size 5XL and it was 50 cents, so I bought it. I think there's 2 in there. I'm gonna have to open them. But it's so well sealed. I have a sealer, so I can reseal it. I don't know, what would you do? Would you take it out to take pictures of it? I mean, I could scan this QR code and see if it takes me to a listing for this. I don't know. Otherwise, I'll take it out. I mean, it's a t-shirt. Nobody's going to care that much if it's still in the plastic bag. Okay, this is Venus, which is not a great, expensive brand, but I have managed to sell it, and I thought this was adorable. Do you find when you go shopping and you're out for a couple of hours and the pickings are slim that you lower your standards? I need to pay for my gas. And I do. I mean, I must have driven 32 miles and I haven't even made it to the post office yet. I have to go back out to the post office and go swimming. Anyway, thought it was adorable. We'll sell it on style. Size 6. Perfect for the summer. So this type of thing, summer wear, unless it's a high designer, is always going to bring less. And then I got these True Religion jeans, size 26. They are I believe that would be a boot cut. And the pockets are flap pockets in good condition. It's got a little distressing. Nothing that's going to hold it back too much. And the last 3 items, I'll show you at the same time. I'm not sure if I should sell these as a bundle. They are all Carhartt shorts. And they are all size 34. So I have these sort of washed black, all in very good condition. The weight you can feel is crisp, not thinning. Denim, they had more, but Carhartt shorts aren't going to sell for a lot. So I figured 3 was enough of the colors that I liked. Oh, and this pair because it was new with tag. So they're only 30 to begin with. Or at least this one was. You know, I think washed duck. I think I may try to list this as 1. That way I can have one listing that gets a decent amount as opposed to 3 listings that will be lower than I want them to be. I do that a lot. I try to bundle so that I have a listing that is at a price point that I would prefer to be at. I forgot I have 2 more items to show you. I actually picked them up last weekend, which was also a bad yard sailing day. But anyway, I picked up this dress and I did not look at comps. And had I looked at comps, I probably would have thought I should leave it. I don't know if I would have. It's Draper James, size extra large. So it's a good size and it's new with tag. But the comps are not very good. And in fact, I found it for sale still on Kohl's on clearance for like $23.90. But it's probably limited sizes and it was a good cause. It was for an animal thing, rescue, sanctuary, I don't know, an animal related thing. So it's really pretty. The thing is, when I got it home, I didn't realize that it had the security tag or fob still on it. And I know you can buy a magnet and it pops right off, but I wasn't going to spend $10 on a magnet when I don't think this dress was worth the $2 I paid for it. If this was a common occurrence, yeah, I would buy one. It would be good to have in the house. But this is the first time this has ever happened to me. So I did what I always do. I went online and I did a search and I found a couple of ways that were not messy and neither one worked. One was to take the handle of a grocery bag and you keep wrapping it around and eventually it pops off. But does it? And the other was using elastics, also didn't work. So then I went the drastic route and that was, I set it on fire. So you take a piece of foil, and you cut a straight line and put it around and then tape it so that it's protecting the fabric around the fob. And then you take one of those long lighters, fireplace lighters, and you hold it on there until it is on fire. And then you let it burn with black smoke coming out of it until it will separate. So it worked. And there were a couple of black spots that I did get because of my messy hands on the dress, but those cleaned up nicely. And that is not the way I would want to do it if I had to do it regularly. And then I picked up another brand that I mostly am staying away from, but it's Zara Mantico premium quality fabrics. So I don't know if it's like a collab or what, but it's also new with tag. 119, but there's several layers of price tag. I wonder why I'm not focusing today very well. So I'm not sure. I'll probably take the blow dryer and peel it off because hopefully it's even more underneath. Or I could leave it at that because that's still a good price. And it's camel color. It is not double-breasted. It's belted. Just a really nice coat. I feel like the belt is really high. Like maybe it hits you right under the boobs. I don't know. And it is size extra small, which is not terrific. But I would say it runs a little big. I tried it on and it fits me. The sleeves might be a tad short. And maybe it's because it's an extra small that the belt seems a little high. But on, it worked okay. So anyway, that was from last weekend. Whee! This is me frowning. Okay, so as you saw from the pictures, this weekend there was a community yard sale, Friday and Saturday. Today is Friday, actually. I actually took today off of work just to go to this community yard sale so I could do both days. And more importantly, you know, get to the sales when the good stuff is still there. There's like 7,600 houses, so it's impossible to do them all, especially in one day. And because it's just impossible logistically, the streets don't go. If the streets all went like this and this and this, you could have I did my best to be organized. They put out a Google map. So as I was driving, I looked for clusters, and then they also put out an alphabetical list of all the addresses. And so I kept that in the car, and I highlighted every sale that I went to. So because in years past, I would find myself at yard sales I'd already gone to and didn't realize it. But why is this a sad face? Okay, first of all, I was counting on this. I could have pushed for me to go to Reno for a work thing, but it was the same weekend and I missed the sale in the fall because I was on a trip. And ultimately, maybe I should have just gone to Reno because I could have swayed them to do that too. But anyway, I didn't. There's still tomorrow. I got a few things. Nothing great, but I'm gonna share what I got, and then I'll be back with what I got tomorrow, and hopefully it will be better, and this video will be longish. Did I say what happened? Did I say why I'm sad? Oh my God, I'm sorry. This whole messing up of my special day is just so upsetting that I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, it rained. It rained. It's still raining. I mean, rain. We don't get a lot of rain around now. We haven't had rain in a while, but today, oh yeah, today it rained. Oh sure, why not? Okay, anyway, this is a pair of boots. These are Keen. I was hesitant. The price was fair, but not like $1. But I love them. The main issue is they're a size 6.5, which isn't great. But, you know, they're really nice. And there's people out there with feet that are size 6.5. And if I have to wait for them to find me, then that is what I'll do. That's it for footwear. So already that's like, what? Only one? I did get a couple things that I'm not showing you. I got myself a whistling teapot because I melted the whistle on my other one. And I forget about it. And all of a sudden, it's been boiling for an hour. And gas is not cheap anymore. And then I bought a pop-up toaster for my mother because she needed one. All right. This is Nautica. Sometimes I pick up Nautica. Sometimes I don't. Mostly I don't. Oddly enough, well, I guess I got this because it was 50 cents and I was cold, so I put it on. But I actually have a jacket in my car. It's my car jacket. I always keep a car jacket because you never know. But I liked it. It's soft and it's a jacket really. And it's got enough pockets that it could be a chore coat. But it's a little lighter weight than a chore coat. Maybe it's a chore shacket or a shore jacket. I don't know. What size is it? It's a large. It was big on me, but it wasn't huge. So maybe it's a women's. I don't know. I didn't put a lot of thought into it. It was 50 cents. This is not in great condition, but I don't care. It is so vintage. Letterman's Award. And I don't know what Baker is. And look at that. Look at that. It's got a D on it. I love it. I looked at it really carefully. What's that? Oh, it's just some crusty stuff. Oh, it's got pockets. Yay, pockets, 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 pockets. I looked it over carefully, did not see any holes. There are some, it's almost like pilling, but it's slightly bigger. It's like a big pill. Here, I'll show you one. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, maybe that is a hole. No, it isn't. It isn't yet, but it will be. It's okay. With something vintage like this, it's okay. Even if there was a hole or two, I would have just fixed it. And I may stitch that up so that whoever gets it, it won't become a hole. Save them the work of having to fix it. And then I only got stuff at one sale. They had some nice bags, but the prices, like they had some Brahmins and they were charging $200, something like that. Yes, I get it, but it's a yard sale. There was a bag I was interested in. It was a Harvey's and she wanted $40. And I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. She's like, well, I know what I paid for it. I said, I am not saying your price is wrong. It's just not in my budget. But I did want to say, it doesn't matter what you paid for it. It's a yard sale. But that happens. People get, they know what they paid for it. That doesn't mean it's worth anything now, and especially at a yard sale. But anyway, I digress. This is a Scotta Sport, size medium. I liked that it is 100% linen, but not a wrinkly one, and very lag-in look. So I'm hoping all those factors will help it sell. Loose fit, wear it untucked. I call it an overshirt. There should be a word specifically for a shirt that you would tend to wear over, say, a tank or something. Or maybe it's not a big thing. I love that look. These, I don't know if they're for me or to sell. I don't know. I bought them thinking I would like them. I'll show you them. They're Lucy. And they are, what is it called? I don't know. Whatever. The reason why I thought I would keep them is because I have these in green and they're like one of my favorite pair of pants. But at the same time, they are new with tag and they are originally $89. So I don't know. I'll look at comps, and if they're too high, then I won't want to keep them because I'd rather have the money. But I'm not sure if mine are, these are small. I'm not sure if mine are a small or a medium. I'll have to check that too. But I just love these pants. I think they're great. They're the Get Going pant. The Get Going pant in blue. I have 2 more items. This is the last one from that particular sale. I probably paid too much for this, but I couldn't resist it. The brand is, take the hanger out, Obermeyer, which is a good ski brand. I don't know if it's still around. This is a ladies size 8. I love the color. And look at that. Isn't that nice? If it's vintage, if it runs small, it might fit me. And if I was going skiing, I would borrow it. I would wear this. I don't know if it's vintage or what. The stitching is terrific. The color, I love everything about this. But I see now the ankles are, can you hear? There's some stretch, but they're crunchy. I need to check that with this vintage stuff. I still, even with that, I probably would have bought it. I don't think that would have stopped me had I remembered to check it. And then I have one final item. It's not in great condition, and I am going to try to show maybe some other ones, because I looked up this brand and some of them are super expensive. The brand is Timmy Woods. Timmy Woods Beverly Hills collection, handmade in the Philippines. Look at this. Wait. It closes all right. It's just that this kept getting caught. Look at that. But it's not in great condition. It's got some scrapes, and then it's got a crack, but it doesn't go all the way through. It was cheap, and I decided I was going to get it anyway. And I may try to see, because it's made out of solid wood. I might try to make it look a little better with some black nail polish. I think I have some black nail polish, and I can put a thick coat in it so that it protects it too. And we will see what happens. The inside's in great condition. I suspect, she probably just dropped it or something. So this is, I'm not familiar with this brand. Are you? I know I saw some Timmy Woods stuff listed. I can't remember if it was listed or sold, and the prices were 3 digits. So that's a good sign. So anyway, hopefully I will have some more things before this video ends, or else you'll just see me, bawling my head off. Well, overall, I'm pretty disappointed in this weekend's yard sale. I don't think I would take Friday off again for this yard sale. I think one day is enough, and I don't think I'm really would miss out that much by going only on the second day, but we'll see. I don't know if it's because of the weather. It's nice today. It's not raining, but is windy, and I don't know if the rain yesterday made people just go, never mind. And then also people in this community, they can be flaky. Like they'll sign up for something if it's free, and then like, never mind. And so it became silly for me to follow the map because there wouldn't be yard sales where there were supposed to be yard sales. So I got some stuff, but overall, not a dream come true. All right. This item I actually forgot to show yesterday because I'd forgotten it in the car. It's a duffel bag. Roper, Ware of the West. I just like this. It's likely going to end up just being mine unless I discover it's worth something. We'll see. Not that I need a duffel bag at all, but you can keep stuff in it. These first two items actually, after I was done there, I hit one other community yard sale, which was also not well attended or not a good participation, but I did pick up two things. I picked up these boots. I don't know the brand. It's a Mexican brand called Reynaga, Reynaga. I did see a couple of them on Poshmark. A couple of them sold for decent comps, and it's just such a nice style with the harness and the stitching. I can't find an American size on it. She said she wears a size 10, so I'm assuming it's a 10. And then I'll have to also see if I can, Mexican sizes are like this, I think is a size 65. I think that's the size. I don't know. I've had this struggle with boots made in Mexico before, but it is not a battle I will lose. And then I bought a pair of shoes from her as well. New with tag. Taos. Comfort shoe, black leather loafer. Smelling the leather. These are nice. Another pair of shoes. Okay, then the rest is from the Sun City sale. Canvas Crocs in good condition. Size, I believe these are a size. I thought I saw a size 9. Yeah, women's 9. Nothing amazing. There is nothing amazing. Oh, I got this hat, but I got it for me. Montreal hat. Coincidentally, while I was looking at this Montreal hat and talking to the woman who was selling it, and she asked me if I was buying it or something, and I said I'm from Montreal, and this other woman there said, "Oh, I'm from Montreal," in a very French accent. There was a lot of Montreal stuff. T-shirts. Somebody brings her gifts, apparently, but I only got the one. Anyway, this is Scala. Made in India. I think I've either had Scala listed before and sold it, or I haven't. It's kind of like a Lawrence Kazar style with the, a lot of beaded things, vintage. This was her mother's. All the clothes were her mother's, and her mother had quite the style. She was quite colorful. I think I got one other thing. Yeah, I did get one other thing from her. But anyway, really pretty color. Sort of seafoam. I used to work in a restaurant, and we had 2 cloth napkins. We would spend all our spare time folding napkins, and the green were similar to that, and it was called seafoam. And then there was a pink one, and I don't remember what we called that one. Then I got 2 vintage Western style shirts. This is Double S Western Permanent Press Extra Long Tail. That's a vintage label. So that kind of vintage. The permanent press, polyester, pearl snap buttons, thin fabric, sort of panhandly slim vintage style, I think. I think that's what it reminds me of. This one is a size, well, it says 15.5, but somebody wrote it in. I'll probably list it more along the lines as medium or, a letter, but we'll see. And this one is Sears Western Wear, size 14 to 14.5. Obviously, they're both men's. And it's the same thing. That permanent press, lightweight polyester, pearl snap, not pearl snap buttons. Is that what I said? Pearl snap snaps. Pearl snaps. Pearl snap snaps? But these are more like a rhinestone look, glass, red glass snaps. Pearl snap buttons, or just pearl snaps. Well, why would it be pearl snap buttons? It'd be pearl buttons. Ah! Okay. I did go to a sale where I spent more than I normally will spend in one place, especially for basically 4 items. I bought 4 items and he threw in a pair of shoes for free, which I'll just use for walking shoes. This is Cinch. He was a seller on eBay, but he's stopping because he did it for a year and his wife thought he was doing so well, and then they paid their taxes and like, oh, that's a lot. It's not even worth it. And the taxes do take out a big chunk, but it's still worth it. Well, depends. Depends on you. It's worth it to me. I figured 22. I think my accountant said to figure 25%, but I'm pretty sure it's 22%. But whatever. She was making it easy on me. I'm not sure this was a good purchase because it's not. I mean, it's cinch, so it's Western, and it does have that style with the pockets, but it does not have a yoke in the back. And I feel like it should, but I like it. I like the plaid, and it's an extra large. I wasn't doing that great, and that skews my process because I need some stuff. These are Burton Dry Ride snowboard pants or ski pants. They are an extra large. Hope color. That looks good. You'd think I would have checked that. I had to put this on my mental list of things I always have to check. But this isn't vintage, so less likely that's going to be a concern. This is Mountain Hardwear, and it is a women's large puffer jacket. I can actually wear it, though it's big, but you know, back up. Light blue, very puffer jacket. I'm not sure. I did not look the comp. Did I look at the comps for this? Even paying up at a yard sale, I mean, unless they're completely unreasonable, like the Brahmin for $200 to $400 that I saw, it's not likely. I mean, I'm not going to lose money on it. I just might not make what I should make for paying up, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, these are the shoes he threw in. They're just some Sauconys. I never know how to say that. I think in my head it's always been Saucony, and then people would say Saucony, and I meant to look it up. I never did, and he said Saucony, and I asked him, is that really how you say it? And he said yes, so we'll go with that. Anyway, they were comfortable. They seemed to fit. It's hard to tell with walking shoes until I actually walk in them, and then sometimes they'll be like, oh, they're a little wide. My feet are moving. That doesn't feel good at the end of the walk. The last item I bought from him was a pair of sweatpants, Tom Brown. I did look up the comps on these. There were a few on the low end, but most of them were pretty high for a pair of sweatpants. So I've never had this brand before, and now I do. And the last item, which came from the same place that I got the Scala beaded dress. This is Eileen Fisher, size large. I like this color. It's very nice. It just has a spot on it that I'm hoping will get out. So I did offer her a couple of dollars less than what she initially said, because I was like, I'm actually not sure I'm going to get that out, but I'm willing to try it for a certain price. I bet I can get it out. We will see. So that is it. That is it for yard sales. I don't know when I'm going to get to yard sales again. My schedule now is going to start to go insane. But if I do get to any, I mean, I'm going to try. I will try my darndest. You know that. So hopefully I'll see you again on a yard sale video. Maybe a bins video soon. Maybe an auction. Who knows? Thank you for staying as long as this is. I don't know how long it is. And I hope to see you again. Bye.